We are live. We're on
Yeah.
here. Welcome to episode 34 of the CosCast. I am your main host, as always, Pixie Dust Cosplay. And with me, I have my lovely co-hosts.
Annabella Cosplay.
And Anyasa Cosplay.
Yes. And today's special guest is Heresetai Cosplay. Say hello.
Hello!
Now, Heresetai has been on our show previously, last season. And
Yes.
in that episode, we talked about cosplay props because you have some quite impressive props to your cosplays.
Thank you. Thank you.
But today we will be talking more about you as a cosplayer and what you've been doing this past year and talking a little bit about your different cosplays and things.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yes.
so we're looking very much forward to doing that. But before we do, we will go to our regular segments, and the first one is cosplay progress. So have any of us done anything cosplay related this week?
No.
Yeah.
Getting to be kind of like a standard answer for the past like 3 months or so.
Well, no, that's a lie. We have done some stuff in the past 3 months.
Yes.
We have bought a lot of fabrics.
Yep. They're just lying in the closet waiting to be utilized. Well, my dressmaker's mannequin came in the mail yesterday or the day before, so I haven't put her up yet, but now I have her, so I'm ready to start, making stuff.
They are so useful.
Yes, yes. Long dresses have been avoided up until this point just because too difficult, too much work.
I am moving in 2 weeks, so I'm not starting anything new until that is over. And also, you have Christmas. That takes up a lot of time because I need to, prepare presents and stuff. And mainly before I'm moving. So, yeah. Cosplay is kind of put on a pause for now.
Yeah, busy, busy, busy.
Yes.
Okay, so how about you, Heresetai? Have you done anything?
I have actually, and I'm kind of impressed at my own will to do work because I've been very low on energy and sort of a little sick of cosplaying at the moment just because it's been so much, and now finally there's a couple of months of break and I don't want to do anything. But I have a couple of cosplays planned for next year, so I've just barely started them just to make sure I have good time, really.
Well,
So
I can understand that you're a little bit tired because you have been doing a whole lot of cosplay lately.
I counted them before the show and I realized that I've made 10 cosplays this year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is a lot.
And seeing as I actually stopped, or the con season stopped in early November, I've made one cosplay each month,
Wow.
which is a lot.
That is so
How
impressive.
do you do
What am
it?
I doing?
Yeah,
Have you
that
given
will
me
be
some
one of
of
our
that?
questions later.
You
How
can
do you
feel
find
that.
the time?
Have you had the time to wear all of them on conventions?
All of them except one, but I've worn that in photo shoots. But I mean, there are different kinds of, some of them are more intricate than others. Some of them are like very easy ones. So, yeah.
Before we get deeper into the matter of things, let's move on to our next segment, which is cosplay news. Do either of you guys have any news you want to share?
Not cosplay-wise. I haven't really found anything interesting this month or week. Oh my god, my brain is...
Well, I have a little bit of something. Because Arthicon recently launched a news bit about the fact that they are including art stands on Arthicon, which is super great. And it will be free for the people who want to participate in the art stand, but they will limit it to products who are fantasy or Tolkien themed, something that suits the spirit of the convention. And they're going to have to put them like separately from the rest of the convention area just because of space requirements. So therefore, that's why they've chosen to make it free, so to kind of compensate for the fact that you'll be a bit separate from the rest of the convention. And I thought it was a very clever solution to something that could potentially have been problematic.
This is
Definitely.
So now you know, guys. And also, we have to remind people that on Tuesday, the tickets for Arthicon will be released.
We have a message from Ingrid that the chat is disabled.
Yeah, I noticed, and I don't know why. Because I've tried to fix it, and I've just upgraded to Windows 10, so things aren't, working like they should.
Sorry, Ingrid.
Sorry. But you could try to leave a comment underneath or something like that, and if not,
Somewhere. We'll find it.
you could also try going to Google Hangouts and using the Q&A function there. That'll work. We'll see that as well. But yeah, I'll try to fix the problem, but I've just updated my Windows, so maybe that's the reason why.
That's what I'm saying. Updates destroys everything.
Yes, updates
Yep.
destroy everything. Okay, but that was the only cosplay news I have for this week. So let's move on to the main part of our show, which is interviewing you, Teresa. Woohoo! Woohoo! Let the fun begin.
Yeah.
So you
Hopefully.
said that you have made 10 separate cosplays this year, which we all thought was very
Yes.
impressive. So
I'm just gonna double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10.
10.
I had to count.
So how do you find the time to make so many cosplays? Because I think I've made 2 this year, and that's pretty much what I've had the time for.
I think that the reason why I'm able to, well, first of all, like I said earlier, there's a huge difference in all of these cosplays. I mean, there are a couple that took quite a lot of time, like Cassandra and Eowyn they were the ones who took the most time. But a lot of the others were easier to make, and some of them are like they're cosplays that I've bought the actual parts for and just redid them, and so yeah. But I'm very good at organizing and making a plan for what I'm supposed to do. I am exceptionally good at organizing, and I think that's the reason why I'm actually able to finish my cosplays in time and also not stress about finishing them, which is also very important to me because I can't sit a week before a con and stress about it because then I'll be worn out and I can't go to the con. So I have to do it this way or I won't be able to do it at all.
You should definitely put up a recipe for your organizer skills on your Facebook page, so we all can share in your glory.
I was born this way. I love organizing. I just love like making little post-it notes and setting up timelines and like yeah, I just love it. For some reason, I love it.
But I can relate. I love it too. Though I hate doing last-minute jobs because that just means sloppy, and I'll be stressed, and I'll be losing sleep, and blah blah blah. So I like making lists and planning everything and taking my sweet ass time.
Yes, it's so much better when you don't have to stress. You know, sometimes you end up stressing anyway because something breaks or something doesn't go the way you plan, and you can't really do anything about that.
And that's why you schedule in extra time so you can deal with that last minute crisis.
True.
At least I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
So before we move on, I figured we could show people some pictures of some of the cosplays you've done this year.
Sure.
Kind of
Go
our
ahead.
favorites, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I'll try to put that up here. Let's see. Screen share, bitches.
I'm as curious as you now because I don't know what you've chosen.
So the first one is Narcissa Malfoy.
Oh,
Because or at least I think that it's a really good cosplay, and
thank you.
I'm very impressed that that jacket used to be velvet dresses.
Yes, there are two separate velvet dresses that I bought from a second-hand shop because I wanted it to be a cheap cosplay. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it, so I wanted to make it as cheap as possible. So I found two different velvet dresses at a second-hand shop, and I meshed them together into a jacket.
Yeah.
And then I spent 100 million hours beating the jacket.
There are a lot of teeny tiny beads, so that's
Yeah.
understandable. But what did you use to make the pattern on the arms for this cosplay?
It's made of what's it called? Is it interfacing? Fleeceline?
Oh,
I think it's it interfacing in English. You
Yeah,
know,
I
the
think
stuff that you put between fabrics to make it stiff. So I drew the pattern onto the interfacing, and then I just put it on the jacket. And I wasn't actually sure whether it was going to work, but it did work very well. So because it's not easy to paint on velvet since it's fuzzy, you know. It's very hard to paint on, so I had to come up with a better solution, and thankfully this worked very well.
yeah, that's a clever solution, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. And the picture was by Catrix Media Site, by the way. Important.
Yes. Oh, she's brilliant.
Yes. And this is your Priscilla, the Bard,
Yes.
or the Calonetta
Yes.
from Witcher 3. And this photo is by Ardis Margrethe, so just mentioning that. And you recently made this for Spill Expo, right?
Yes, I did.
So what made you want to do Priscilla?
Well, she's a bard, and I love singing. I've always loved singing, and when I played Witcher 3, and she shows up like halfway through the game, I think, maybe a little earlier, and she sings this absolutely gorgeous song called The Volven Storm.
Yeah, it makes you
which
want to cry.
Yeah, I think everyone who plays the game just bawls when they see that.
Yep.
It's a gorgeous song, and she's a really cool character, and on the plus side, she is kind of sort of the girlfriend of the male bard that's been in the game Dandelion for 3 games, and I've had a crush on Dandelion through all the games, so I was like, I'm doing her I have to.
Understandable. Okay, let's move on. This is your Cassandra Pentecost, and the picture is by Danarki.
Yes.
And this is like my favorite. I am so impressed with all the armor bits and pieces and things.
Thank you.
It's just so gorgeous.
She's very precious to me. She is. I did spend a lot of time making her, and she was my first very ambitious cosplay. It was a lot of first actually. It was the first time I used Warbler. It was the first time I made a sword or like a weapon for a character, and a lot of things I hadn't really done before, which I just kind of had to try and figure out. And
I can just imagine the padding in the jacket in and of itself must have been a challenge.
Luckily I actually found the jacket or the gambeson. I didn't have to. What's it called? Yeah, I didn't actually have to make the squares.
Okay.
I found a fabric. Yeah, I found a fabric that was like that. Luckily.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm planning to do a Ceres on Crate from Witcher 3, and she has a padded gambeson as well, and I'm just really hoping I can find a padded fabric. If not, I'm going to have to make the whole thing from scratch.
I think they have it, at least in Oslo, they have it at both Stuff and Steel and at Rainbow Fashion.
Yeah, just not the right color as far as I want. Unfortunately, not yet at least, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is one of your favorite characters, we know. This
I
is
have her
you
on my
as
T-shirt.
I noticed. Harley Quinn.
I
And
love her.
like several different versions of this cosplay.
I have a superhero girl, and I have been comic book fans for many, many years, both of us, and we've loved Batman, and we've loved the villains, and we've had a thing for like Harley and Ivy for many years before we really got into cosplay. And so Harley was actually kind of the reason why I wanted to cosplay in the first place, because I've been following a couple of Harley Quinn cosplayers for a few years. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. It's so cool. But then when I started cosplaying, I sort of didn't really have the guts to do her because she's wearing this very classic Harley Quinn, at least. She's wearing a body tight suit, and I was like, no, I'm too big, I'm not pretty enough, that kind of stuff.
Bullshit.
The things everyone think in their
Yeah,
heads.
but that's, it doesn't matter whether it's the truth or not, but that's sort of, I didn't really have the confidence to wear her.
I completely understand that. I mean, everyone has some issue or other, and they just think, I can't do that.
No, and now just this year, I just finally, I think I've just become old enough to say, F this shit, I'm doing her anyway, and I've just gotten more confident as I've gotten older, and I may not have the perfect body or whatever, but
Sure you do.
I'm doing her anyway.
I think you're perfect.
Aw, thank you.
We all need that little ego boost every
Yeah.
now and then. But yeah, I think everyone just feels that way, that there are certain like boundaries that you feel like
Yes.
you can't cross because you don't look a certain way, and even though
No.
others may not see it, you still feel it in your head.
Yeah. Because everybody has issues, maybe you don't like your face, or maybe you don't like your butt, or whatever, and everyone has a comfort zone, and I didn't have a comfort zone for putting on a skin-tight bodysuit before, so
Not a whole lot of people do. I don't
no,
think.
but I don't know if I have the guts to wear her at a con, because that's yeah, we'll see, maybe next year.
Well, didn't you wear medieval Harley to Desicon once?
I did Desicon Fantasy this year, so this spring I wore her.
So
It's
it's
a
a
little
start.
bit different, but
You've done it once.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
Yes.
have a comment, by the way. It's from Ingrid. She says, "You rock, Teresa."
oh my god!
And she says, like, in 2 stars, one person fangirls crowd.
I love you too, Ingrid.
Ingrid is a very positive being, I believe.
She is. She really is.
I was really impressed by you and Ingrid's collaboration bard thingy from at Spill Expo. It was
Oh.
really fun to witness all the singing and all the bard stuff. It was great.
It was fun doing it. It was so fun. Because Ingrid and I have been talking about, we have done like little singing together just as a fun thing. We've been talking about maybe doing something together, cosplay something together where we might actually be able to sing. This was sort of just a crazy coincidence, really, where we're 2 bards from 2 different games, and we were like, oh, we have to sing. And then Ingrid came up with a super idea of making a song for the Nordic Garrison, the Star Wars people, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
And so, for you who weren't lucky enough to be at Spill Expo while they were doing this, there is a video on Heresetai Cosplay on her page on Facebook.
Yes.
Along with several
And on
other
YouTube.
fun videos that you've made, we might add.
Yes.
Now,
All the videos.
now the whole video thing, when did that start? When did you start making like cosplay videos for fun?
When did I make the first one? I think I made the first one that I uploaded was at GigaCon this year, maybe.
Hmm?
The
That was-
Anders thing from Dragon Age.
Ooh, yeah, that's
No.
true.
Colin, awkward Colin.
Awkward, yeah, but the awkward Colin, I think, was the first one. But I think it's just sort of I mean, when we're at cons, or when you're at cons and you're with your friends, and there's always, loads. You take pictures and you take little snapshots of films for Instagram, and you're just derping and having fun. And while we were at GigaCon, unfortunately, there wasn't that much to do, so we just decided to do something silly and stupid, and I don't even remember where it came from or whether it was me or We Slut Cosplay who came up with it, but we just decided that we were going to make dorky Colin Rutherford from Dragon Age Inquisition try to pick up some girls and fail miserably at it. And somehow it turned into a success.
Well, yeah, people really seem to enjoy them, me included. I think they're hilarious.
They are very fun.
So, so this is something that you've kind of recently started doing.
Yeah.
And have you noticed any difference in response to your cosplay page since you started doing it?
Nah, not really. I don't think I have any different kind of followers or anything, but people have responded very positively to it. They think it's fun, not just the Colin Rutherford videos, but the videos when we've been filming at cons, just generally silly stuff we're doing and just hanging out and being stupid, actually. I think people enjoy the sort of behind-the-scenes stuff, just watching what people really are like.
Yeah, they get to know you in a different kind of way.
Yeah,
I
think so.
I really enjoyed your latest video, Harley Quinn ringing on Donald Trump's door with the present.
Oh my God, yes.
That was a very funny video. That man needs to be punched.
Yes, he got punched for a Christmas ornament. I don't know what they are
A
called.
wreath, I think.
Yes,
Yes.
wreath. I remember.
Go watch it now.
Yes, go watch it now.
If you haven't seen it
It's
already.
very funny.
Hilarious. I was thinking about putting it on Twitter and then tagging Donald Trump in it.
Why not?
I don't know. He's the person who might actually answer. I'm scared of what he might do. Yeah.
Gotta be careful. Okay. So you've been doing a lot of cosplay competitions this year.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah. Was this your first year competing, or have you competed before, or?
I did. My first competition was Desicon Cosplay in Japan last year, and I had no idea what I was doing. Seriously, I had no idea. I didn't know what big of a deal that competition was, seeing as that's the competition that sends a Norwegian to Euro Cosplay. And I was just.
So Crix Design won the last one with her Demon Hunter. What did you compete with?
I was a little sister from Bioshock 2.
Right, I remember that cosplay. It was a very good cosplay.
It's a very cute cosplay. Definitely needs some updates. When I look at it now, I can definitely see some things I can change, but. Yeah,
and if anyone who's watching is interested in knowing how Herestai made that weapon, she actually talked about it on the last episode she was here.
Yes.
True.
So go watch that episode.
Yeah,
After this one.
Yes, after this one, of course.
Yes, don't go away.
Don't go away. And of course, if you have any questions for Teresa, please don't hesitate to send them in. Leave a comment on YouTube if you can, or go on to Google Plus to this video and comment there through the Q&A app, or write to us on our Facebook page on the CosCast on Facebook, and we'll be able to see it then too.
Yes.
So don't be afraid to do that. We like questions, and Teresa will probably happily answer them.
We love questions. We love questions because I'm apparently more than one person.
Yes. Well, you're the royal we, aren't you?
Yes. That's yeah. That's what it's like now.
Cosplay royalty.
No. God, no.
No. This year you have been competing a little bit more, and you've been competing with Cassandra, right? Mainly.
Yes, yeah, I've only competed with her.
Yeah. So
I
how
sort of
many
made her
contests?
because I wanted to compete, so
Yeah.
I wanted to use her as much as I could.
Definitely. So how many contests have you been in now with Cassandra?
3? Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking I was actually part of the cosplay competition at HobbitCon as well,
Right.
but that was as Eowyn.
Mm. And how did you like? Which one was your favorite contest, or did you have one that you thought was more difficult than the others, or something?
I very much I have to sort of actually talk about the HobbitCon one because even though that wasn't Cassandra, that was Eowyn. HobbitCon is a con in Germany, not surprisingly based around the Hobbit movies. And the reason why it's a lot of fun is because the actors from the movies are judges.
Oh.
So it's pretty fun, because
Intimidating.
a little bit, but it's pretty cool to be able to go on stage and then show off your costume that they might have actually seen in real life. So it makes it a little bit more fun. So that was pretty cool. But I think the one in Norway that I enjoyed the most was the Toricon one, because I put a lot of time into that, since you qualify for NCC if you win, and so you have to put a lot of time into making the stage show. So that was a lot of fun, and it was just really so very enjoyable being at that con. They were very good at taking care of the cosplayers in the competition. So yeah.
Very good. Kudos to Toricon.
Yes, indeed.
Kudos to them in general. They seem to be a very well put together convention.
Very, and it was just very sort of a cozy convention, It's not very big, but it was very, very friendly and easy to talk to people, and yeah, definitely recommend that con to everyone who would like to go and see what it's like.
Sunniva and Tonja, do you have any questions related to contests?
How did you become a judge? Because you was a judge too at Desicon Cosplay in Japan this year.
Yes.
How did that happen?
I think it's just lucky I know the right people. Well, I do. The cosplay. Oh, I forgot the word. There aren't that many cosplayers in Norway.
Community?
Well, yeah, the cosplay community in Norway. Thank you. I just completely forgot that word. The cosplay community in Norway isn't that big, as you well may know. So when you've done it for a little while, when you go to cons and you get to know people very quickly, and I think that's even more correct when it comes to us cosplayers who are a little bit older. There are even fewer of us. So I know most of the cosplayers in Norway who are like in their 20s or 30s. So I also know Vest Cosplay, who usually is a judge at Desicon, and it's kind of the main judge there, and she asked me if I want to be a judge too, and I said yes, because I thought that would be very fun.
A very fun experience, probably, to be on the other side of the judging
yes,
table.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun.
But you two went as the Malfoys, and you also had Draco with you.
We did.
Was this planned by you and Wes that you were going to match?
Well, we planned the cosplay before I knew that I was going to be a judge, or before she asked me to be a judge. We were already thinking about, well, I was thinking about doing Narcissa, and then she just sort of made a joke about, I have to do Lucius, and I was like, yes you do! Because we know how good-looking a guy she is.
Well, yeah, Greta is very good at making handsome dudes.
She's a very handsome guy.
With long blonde hair.
Well, she's lucky because she has a face that's very androgynous, so it's easy for her to look like a guy. I am not like that at all. I get away with Pippin from the Lord of the Rings, because hobbits are very sort of baby-faced. But no, you have to have a special face to be a girl and be able to look good as a guy.
This is true. But that's why we're girls and boys are boys, I suppose.
True.
I tried to do like a makeup thing to look like a guy. I looked kind of like a sleazy pirate, sort of.
Combined with your brother.
Yeah, I kind of looked like my brother if he were a sleazy pirate with black hair. Yes. He's very skinny, so.
Yeah, we all try to be guys.
Yeah.
One day.
I think it's easier if you do characters that have beards. Then it's easier to look like a guy.
But you can hide a lot of your facial structure.
Yes. True.
Also, if you have prosthetics to put in your face, it will be so much easier.
Also true. If you just change your face completely.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
Face, and body shape, and height, and
Yeah, so basically, being a guy is hard when you're a girl.
It's hard being a guy when you're a girl.
Yes.
Funnily enough.
Who'd have thunk? But what did you learn from your experience as a judge? Do you think you've extrapolated something that you can use in contests later?
Oh goodness, I probably should have. Well, that's the sort of worst thing. I was really hoping that I would take something with me from that experience, like remembering that the judges are, well, at least the way I thought about it, and I think most judges are like that. They're curious. They think it's fun to look at the cosplayers who come in. It's really, really enjoyable and cool to look at other people's work. You learn a lot. You get new ideas. You're like, oh, that's what you did. That's very clever. But I was sort of hoping that I might be able to take away, or remember to not be that nervous. But
judges are people too.
Yeah, but it didn't help because when I was at Spill Expo and I entered the judges' room, I was like, oh, it's so scary. So yeah, no, it didn't help at all.
No. Well, what you gonna do? But I think people will always be nervous when they're up for judging, no matter how nice the judges are. They're still judges.
Even if you know them, in most cases in Norway, you know the judges.
Yeah.
To some extent, at least, and you're still nervous standing in front of them.
And also, if you, like me, I didn't feel nervous, but my body just was acting nervous. So my leg, I had no control of it. I was just standing there holding my knee to keep it calm, because it just was like doing this thing. I was like,
Oh no, that's horrible.
My head does not feel this, but my body is acting up. Why?
Oh.
And one of your judges was like Silje Danielsen, which we've had on like 2 times already, and she's a sweetheart, so you had nothing to be nervous about, really. And JC, of course, who's also nothing but friendly.
I know. They're all super nice, so there's nothing on it. It's just, you just get nervous. I think it's just, when you have to go in front of people who, are really good at what they do and show off your work. You do get nervous. You just do.
It's always terrifying to get judged, no matter what.
It is.
And I mean, Sunniva is the only one of us 3 who has entered a contest yet, and I'm thinking about it next year, but I'm just haven't gotten to that point where I'm ready for it yet.
Do it.
Yes, at some point.
It's fun. It was so much fun being in the competition. Not just being in the competition, but standing with the other cosplayers before and afterwards. It was so much easier to talk to people and get to know people.
So, it's a bonding experience.
Yeah.
It is. It actually is, because you end up talking to the ones that are in the competition and, talk to people you may not have talked to before. And that's pretty cool, actually.
I think it's very nice that it's not, like, oh, we're competition, we can talk to each other.
Recognize
I've never had that feeling, like, in Norway or anywhere else. I don't know what it's like a Euro cosplay or NCC or whatever. If it's more of a competitive feel there, I don't know, because I've never been, or I have no idea. But it's nice to be able to talk to your competitors and maybe even become friends.
Yeah, friendly competition, basically. Yeah.
True story, bro.
Sorry, bro.
So will you be competing anymore next year, do you think?
I do have a plan of competing next year. Yes, I talked to Teresa Cosplay about it earlier today because I had a photo shoot with her, and she's the organizer of BansaiCon, and I am thinking about competing at BansaiCon with one of the cosplays that I've gotten like 2% work done on so far.
Ooh,
is this your
Galadriel?
No, it's not Galadriel. I'm doing Galadriel for HobbitCon, and I'll probably compete with her there. Well, it's not probably. I'm going to compete with her there. I have a plan. This Cosplay and I have a plan. I'm saying it because then she can't back out.
Oh,
You heard it, it's a challenge.
we are looking forward for this.
Oh, yes.
Is it
Just
your,
saying.
that kind of leads us into our next question. What are your future cosplays?
My future cosplays. Okay, for next year. I'm gonna try really hard to make maybe fewer cosplays. I think what's good about I'm now getting to have a bit of an arsenal of cosplay, so it's easier to take something I've already made and use it again. But I have 3 planned so far. It's probably going to be more, but 2 bigger ones. It's Dark Galadriel that I'll be using at HobbitCon, and there is Philippa Eilhart from Witcher 2, and she's the one I'm thinking about competing at BansaiCon with. She has a gorgeous dress. It's
She's got this lace thingy going on, and it's very interesting.
It's very, very pretty, and that was kind of the reason why I wanted to make her, because it is intricate. It does have a lot of details, and I am a sucker for details.
Who isn't?
And then finally, just as a kind of fun thing, and because it's a tradition for Superhero Girl and me, I'm doing another version of Harley Quinn at Desicon in the spring. We're probably doing the inmate version. I think we've landed on.
Very cool.
But that's a very easy thing. We've bought orange jumpsuits and we're just going to wear white tank tops, and there's not a lot of work involved. It's just because
for fun.
We love those. Yeah, it's just because we love those characters, and every once in a while it's so nice to be able to put on like really comfy cosplays that you don't need to worry about that much, because if people rub up against you or something with makeup or whatever, it doesn't matter, and it's very nice to not having to think about that.
Yeah, totally get that.
Luna,
what?
I have one question though. You're saying you're going to HobbitCon with Galadriel.
Yes.
Are you going to Arthurcon? And in that case, what are you going to wear there?
I am going to Arthurcon, and I am going to be Pippin. Because I don't know if you've seen it, Superhero Girl and I are doing a workshop. It's a sewing workshop, like a sewing 101. So it's very, very basic. It's for beginners. You pretty much kind of get a starting kit for how to sew, and we're going to make some cloaks, which is very fitting for the setting.
Ingrid says, or dwarves invade your petticoat. Is this a running gag or something?
I don't know. There have never been any dwarves in my petticoats, but there might have been a couple, or I don't know, more in superhero girls' petticoats. No, it was a thing because superhero girl did Belle from the Beauty and the Beast, and you know it's a very big skirt. Yes, and there was I think there's been 2 dwarves under there. I don't know if there's been as many as 3, but there's definitely been 2.
That's a really big petticoat.
Yeah, I think there's room for at least 1 more dwarf under that petticoat.
Paul's a busy girl.
Yes, she gets around. No, that's a horrible thing to say.
Aww.
I had to say something. It was too good of an opportunity.
The dwarves
Albert, we're sorry, says Ingrid.
3.
Sorry, not sorry. Not
3 dwarves, actually.
3. Yeah.
Oh, there were 3 dwarves. Oh, I didn't remember.
Gilly, Phil, and Boffer.
Oh my god. Well, actually, I can't say anything because I've been underneath that petticoat myself, so. Merida has been underneath that petticoat as well, obviously.
Is this suddenly R-rated? What happened?
I don't know. It was just a thing. So you have a very big skirt. How many dwarves can we fit under it?
Of course, everybody would find that.
That's going to be a new unit of measurement now, you know, for measuring poofiness. How many dwarves does this skirt fit?
Yes.
Well, it's not big enough.
Well, it's not that big.
You gotta have to fit at least 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 or
True.
5, not 5, like, wow.
Yeah, I think Cinderella's dress from, you know, the new Cinderella movie could probably fit 4 or 5 dwarves.
I would think so. I think Starbit is making that cosplay at some point.
Yeah, I've seen she's got fabric for it, so...
Yes. So I think she'll be up for trying that.
We'll have to get her on the show if she does and ask her how that goes.
That's
How many
a competition. How many dwarves can fit under your petticoat?
Oh, we should do that for Dezucon or something. You know, do you have a dress with a big petticoat? Enter the how many dwarves can you fit in your dress competition.
Yes. Wow.
Or it'll be like 3 dwarves and 1 hobbit.
Well, yeah. If anyone from Dezucon is watching, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we should probably get back on track before we waste any more time. Ingrid says that it's actually already a unit of measurement. Rick is actually considered a unit, it says. Or something
Okay.
like that. So now we know.
Now we know.
Amounts of Rick in your skirt.
And she's game for that competition.
Okay.
Well, it's easier when it's your husband.
Yeah, for sure. Or if it's a girl, you know, cosplaying a guy, of course.
Yeah.
Considerably easier. Well, I'm glad we're able to entertain Ingrid at least and her husband Rick. If nothing else. Did you have any questions, Tonya or Sunniva, that you can think of right now?
Oh.
I know you had some before the show. That's why I'm asking, so I don't, you know, take the ball and run away with it.
I was thinking about some questions earlier, but then we talked about so much fun, I forgot them.
Oh no.
That is the danger.
I think we've already been into all the themes that I have already thought about.
I have one thing.
Oh yeah.
How do you choose your cosplays?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I choose my cosplays, my characters from basically characters I like. It needs to be characters that I like. I need to feel something for the characters. I need to feel some sort of connection that I think whether they're fun or cool or horrible or whatever, there need to be some sort of connection there that I feel like this is a character that I can enjoy to pretend to be, no matter what sort of personality they have. And on a general basis, I do enjoy strong female characters. And I sort of also have a bit of a knack for the ones that might be slightly on the darker side, a little.
Not
Not
always on
always,
the cray cray.
but a little bit. I like those.
You
Yeah.
like visiting the dark side.
Well, a lot of people do. JC also likes witches and bitches. Those are her own words. And I also I really enjoy cosplaying dark characters or crazy characters because they're so much fun. They're so different from what you have to be and you're, when you're yourself.
I would really love to do more horror characters.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I need to be like a master of makeup, and I'm not. So
Sure you are.
Practice makes perfect.
yeah.
You nailed the last one.
Witches, you can be a witch.
Yes.
Do the Dark Queen from what's that show called? Once Upon a Time.
Once upon a time, Regina.
Yes.
Then I
There are
need
so many versions of her.
Yeah.
She has an amazing wardrobe.
But
Oh,
don't the evil bitches always have an amazing wardrobe?
That is true, and that's
Yes.
a good reason to cosplay them.
Yeah.
And they usually have amazing singer voices.
Mhm.
Yeah. And unless they are just walking around in lace and latex bathing suits, then I wouldn't do that.
There is that.
There's that. I googled the Dark Queen. I shouldn't.
Should have added Disney.
Oh yeah.
So
Good
that's
point.
a challenge for our viewers. You can try Googling the Dark Queen and see what happens. Apparently, Sunniva does not recommend it.
Well, it's not that bad. It's not like Googling stuff you don't understand in Cards Against Humanity. Then you get some weird Google searches.
Don't do it.
Oh, you know what? You guys. We should totally play a round of Cards Against Humanity on a live hangout once.
Oh,
We
that
should
would be
do
fun.
it.
I want to be invited to that CosCast, please.
Okay. That's a deal. You're invited.
There are actually a hangout thingy that has the Cards Against Humanity app added to it, so we can actually be on Hangout and play the game.
Very
Cool.
cool.
That's very cool.
Yes. Anyway, back to you. Let's talk about you.
No, but seriously, yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we know how you choose your characters. But how long have you been doing cosplay?
I haven't been doing it for that long, actually. I think, I've been dressing up and whatever since...
All your life?
Yeah, pretty much. I've always liked it, but I've only been doing cosplay for a couple of years. What you can actually call cosplay. So I haven't been doing it that long. It's just I did LARP, live action roleplay, for quite a few years, and I started getting more and more interested in making the costumes, and so it just sort of transitioned into cosplay. So now I'm doing more cosplay and less LARPing.
Yeah.
I think that answers a question that I haven't really asked yet, but I was
Yeah.
going to ask you because I have watched a lot of your characters the last year, and
Yeah.
it always seems that you put like a lot of yourself into the characters, and you're not Teresa as you are when we talk to you now. You are the
I hope
character.
not. At least not always.
No, but I think you have this ability to transform yourself to the character you are portraying, and
Thank you. That's a good compliment, and I try to do that, definitely. I really enjoy the play in cosplay. I do. I love the play on stage, and naturally that's why I do the competitions. I mean, yeah, sure, it's fun to win and all, but it's so much fun to go on stage and make a show for people. I really, really enjoy that, and that's what's fun about photo shoots as well, because you could sort of you put on your game face and you get into character, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy that. Also, just walking around on the con floor and just messing with people, hilarious.
It's really hilarious to watch, and it's really nice to watch, because I think that is one of the reasons why you especially get seen, and or you get
Noticed.
a lot of noticed. Thank you, because of this trait, and I think it's great.
Thank you. I actually I haven't been thinking that much about it myself, because it comes natural to a certain. I've been doing it for so long. It's a really cool thing to hear. That's absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think we all feel the same way. You and Ingrid Beast, you're both very, very good at being in character and actually finding out, okay, what makes this character special.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, so we have like 10 minutes left of the show, which means that we should probably move over into our last segment, which is geekery. Geekery. So unless any of you guys have anything else you want to say, we'll do that.
Yes.
Okay?
You have awesome cosplays.
Huh? Yes. Yes, she has awesome cosplays.
You are awesome.
You're awesome.
We're all awesome. Yay!
We're awesome.
Yay.
Everything's awesome.
We're the awesome squad. Yeah.
No, we're the CosCast
awesome
girls.
squad. You have to make like superhero spandex suits and
Oh, yeah.
be the CosCast girls.
Yeah, that and JC thinks that we should form a band, so obviously we need band clothes as well. So.
It sounds like we're gonna do the Powerpuff Girls or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
We totally
yes,
should.
please do. They are so cool.
So many group cosplays. Oh my god. Slow
With
down.
3.
Ooh, you have a question though. How did you learn all your magical makeup skills?
Oh,
Ingrid.
my goodness. Oh, it's really because I'm just so old, so I've been practicing for so many years. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it's partly that. I mean, I'm turning 30 in 2 weeks, so I have been, practicing makeup skills for a few years actually. But it's just I've always enjoyed makeup. I just always thought it was really fun to play around with it, just trying out different colors and different looks. And then because I've loved Halloween and done different characters at LARPs and such. I've been able to sort of transition like everyday makeup or party makeup, like normal makeup, if you want to call it that, into SFX and more dramatic things that you can do for characters. And it's really just been practice, watching what other people do, trying it out, and unfortunately, you don't just magically get very good at makeup. You have to practice.
Yeah. It's a lot of work and knowing what kind of products will fit.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, on that note, the whole Raven Rings beak thing you did protruding out of your neck was fucking scary. Bark, bark, bark. It was so disgustingly real.
Thank you. I think I freaked Siri, the author, out a little bit.
But how that's a theme we haven't talked about, and we were supposed to talk about that because you were at this panel thing yesterday.
Yes, I was. I was invited by NRK television together with Siri Pettersen, the author of Ravneringene, The Raven Rings, to read a little bit from her books and to also talk about fandoms in relation to fantasy literature and, where does this come from? How does it, why do you do this, basically?
Yeah, that must have been very interesting to participate in.
It was a lot of fun, and they were really nice. And I was slightly intimidated at first because it was P2, which is like the cultural radio channel.
Very serious.
Yeah, they're quite sort of serious about culture, and that they had some rather famous authors there, Norwegian authors, and I kind of felt like the geek in high school together with all the popular kids.
Like, why am I
here? The weirdo in costume over in the corner. Well, yeah, because it was so. I was like, what am I really doing here? This may not be the right place for this. But the other authors were they were super cool. They thought it was really, really fun to just look at my costume, and they thought it was a really cool thing. And they were like, there was one lady who was like, oh, wish someone would cosplay from my books.
Yeah, exactly.
That was kind of
I was
fun.
thinking about that. A lot of authors must kind of be wishing that people would cosplay from their books as well.
Yeah.
I mean, because Siri Pettersen is like the only Norwegian fantasy author who has this huge, crazy fan following that, you know, cosplays and sends her pictures of, you know, upset faces when they finish her books and like, why is there not more?
Right.
It's very special. It's become a like a pop cultural phenomenon.
It has. It really has. And it's just fantasy is getting so big, and especially fantasy literature in Norway and Scandinavia is becoming way bigger. So
It's a thing now. It wasn't
It's
when
a
I was
thing.
a kid.
Me neither.
I need to read these books, I think.
You
Yes, me
do.
too.
I
I wish
haven't
for
finished The
Christmas-
Raven Rings. I've only done the first book, but it was good, so I'm going to continue and probably be heartbroken and torn later.
Yeah, you probably will.
No spoilers, please.
No spoilers. No
Sorry.
No, I'm just gonna read the books and wait for the chairs.
So this event was sent on radio, or was it sent on TV? The thing you did today.
No, it was on radio, but it was streamed online as well. So I think they're gonna put it up online tomorrow or sometime next week.
So people will be able to watch this, or
Yeah, when I'll probably put it on my page when
Cool.
I get it, when it's up.
One more reason to follow Heresetai Cosplay on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like you need any more reasons.
Bitch, please.
Blush.
Okay. Let's move into geekery, people. Have we read or watched or played anything interesting or fun this week?
Cards Against Humanity. And it was fun. And I have been playing Dragon Age Inquisition the whole day today. So finally, I have gotten
Question.
some companions.
Who are you romancing? That's the most important question.
I haven't come that far yet. So I am exploring my options. But I have I have asked Colin some questions that he did not want to answer.
I can
Colin?
recommend Colin as a.
He's
As
a
a
very
romance.
fun love interest.
Yes.
I
do
did
like
Blackwall the
Colin.
first time I played through the game, just because I like him broody and moody.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I met Blackwell today, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna be my husband.
Yeah, I think he's underestimated, but you know, some things go down if you romance that guy. I'm just warning you right now.
Right.
Things go down.
Like something. Yeah.
A lot of things go down, okay? but
I'm also charmed by Dorian.
he is very cute.
But I have a thing for Varric, and that's been a thing since Dragon Age 2, so I cannot really let that go.
Everyone has a thing for Varric.
Oh yeah.
But
you even
unfortunately,
romance
he's only into his crossbow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Bianca's got his heart all taken.
Damn her.
Damn her. Okay, so you've been doing Dragon Age Inquisition. How about you, Tonya?
I haven't gamed all that much. A little bit World of Warcraft. Can't wait for the upcoming expansion and Demon Hunters. Yay! Well, I've been watching some animes. A little bit more Bleach. Kind of tired of all the fillers. But hey,
That
that's-
happens.
that's Bleach. And been watching Haikyuu with my boyfriend. It's very fun, cute show. And today I started a new anime called, I think it was from the New World or To a New World or something like that.
So you're catching up on that part of things.
Yeah, I've been reading some. I still can't remember the book's name, but something from the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. Your preferred realm. Also, Ingrid just said, "Yep, Varric all the way."
Oh yeah.
And honestly, who doesn't love Varric? Seriously. Okay, well, I've been rewatching Ranma Half because after Silje Danielsen mentioned it a couple of episodes ago, I haven't, been able to not think about it. So I'm like, oh, it's such a cute show. I have to watch it again. But I haven't really been able to do a lot of geekery either because my exams are coming up, and I have like 2 this week.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's what I'm doing, basically. So I've been writing a qualification essay all day today, and I worked all day yesterday, so I haven't really had a weekend either.
Oh.
So, yeah, the next 2 weeks are going to be rough. Really
Oh,
rough.
tell me about it. It's gonna be crazy at work. Oh, everybody wanna get pretty before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. So they can,
Understandably.
so they can be stupid drunk and throw up with their coworkers afterwards.
At least they look nice.
Yeah, they'll look nice doing it.
Yeah. Well, unless it's 3 in the morning and then you look like, you got hit by a bus.
At least you think you look good.
Yes, this is true.
People roaming up asking, "What happened to you? What you talking about? I just did my hair."
Something like that.
Look at this amazing hair.
I like that we all suddenly became Russian. That's interesting.
It only takes one person to start talking an accent, and all the rest will follow.
Well, at least I'm drinking vodka. No, I'm not.
Oh, I wish. No, okay, so yeah, just generally a lot of things to do, not a lot of downtime, but I have been watching my husband play Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I have to say I really like that game. It seems very fun, and I really like the character design for the female character, Evie Fry. I don't think that it's over-sexualized. She doesn't look like a beauty queen. She looks normal, like a normal person. And yeah, I really like that about her.
Assassin's Creed usually does that to their characters.
It's a good thing. They're not sexist. So how about you, Teresa? Have you been doing anything?
I have been gaming a lot. I decided to replay all the Dragon Age games now that I've finished Inquisition for the 4th time. No, but it's just that you. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you do find out a lot. You get a lot of answers in Inquisition that there are only been questions to in Origins and in number 2. So I wanted to replay Origins and Dragon Age 2 to see if there were things I now would understand that I didn't understand before, or things I would pick up on that I just had been hadn't
you definitely do.
anything. So yeah. So I finished playing Origins and I've just started playing Dragon Age 2.
I did the same thing recently, so I finished Origins and the second one, and also the expansion for Origins.
Yes,
Awakening. Yeah, and so I've started to do Dragon Age Inquisition for the second time now. So I have a problem, just like you.
We have a Dragon Age. It's not a problem. It's completely normal.
It's fine.
Oh.
You see,
There's a cat.
We have a visitor.
So
cute.
Yeah, for some reason she just loves to sleep on my lap when I'm in front of the computer.
Cats do that.
My
Yeah.
dog does that too. He insists on sitting on my lap. It's not room, but it's like he's balancing on my thigh and being like, yeah, this is really comfortable.
This is so comfy.
My previous cat used to sleep on my shoulders when I was sitting in front of the computer, so her butt would be here and her head would be here and the rest would be behind my neck.
Cats are so weird.
They are, for sure. They just like to interrupt you when they know you're busy. It's like, oh no,
You're not paying attention to me.
stop this, human.
Look at me, human.
Yes.
I demand your attention.
Okay. But I think it's time to wrap this baby up. We are, as of now, 5 minutes over time.
Wow.
Sorry. Llama. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. You can find our guest at Heresetai Cosplay on Facebook. You can find us at Annabella Cosplay and Aniasia Cosplay and Pixie Dust Cosplay on Facebook. And you can also follow the show on facebook.com/CosCast. We're readily available there. We put out updates every week, so you know what's coming up in our next shows and stuff. So do that. And I'm not sure what the theme for next time will be, but we will definitely be announcing it during this coming week. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you for watching and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.